Good evening, meine Liebchens, and welcome back once again to Randy's Beer Garden. You know, this was supposed to be a super quick video, and actually it's ended up being sort of a nightmare, and this is like my third try trying to do it. Haste makes waste, I suppose. So, this beer, Troegs Mad Elf. Look at that guy with a silly mug. I've made this joke a few times now. He's got a mug. They tell you to put it in a chalice. I've been putting it in a chalice. I'm sorry, but this is my third time trying to do this video. So this actually was the beer that inspired me to do this channel about a year ago. I was having this around this time of year, and I tried to shoot a brief Randy's Beer Garden way back then, and it didn't look good, it didn't sound good, and I was like, you know what, next time I do this beer, it's going to look and sound good. And right now I'm kind of struggling with that, so I'm just going to pour a little bit. You can see I've already poured some in here out of my abortive attempt. But it's got a lovely head. You can see, ooh yeah, look at that. It is a beautiful beer. I can't complain about the appearance. The appearance is at least a 9 out of 10. And, yeah, it's got that sort of cherry cough syrup kind of vibe about the smell, which isn't terrible. Not hating on it. Just saying it's not particularly my cup of tea overall. But it's still it's enjoyable. There's notes of honey and a little bit of maybe clove and some other things in the background that I really like. So the aroma's not what I don't like about it. This is what I don't like about it. Yeah, it is almost like, to me, drinking cherry cough syrup in a good way. Definitely not in a terrible way. It's okay. It's not horrendous. It's actually kind of bland for a beer that's 11% alcohol that has this kind of flavor profile. Like, I'm always thinking like, ooh, this should taste more like mead or taste more like cherry or taste more like something, but it just, to me, it all kind of ends up being this crazy, overpowering flavor profile that doesn't really do it for me. I'm sure it does it for some people, but it doesn't really do it for me. That said, this being my third attempt at making this video, this actually, it's not terrible for a third attempt at drinking this tonight. I think it's doing the beer justice. This is a good example of one of these. I've noticed that the consistency of this is a little off. Sometimes you'll get one that's a little too strong and it just kind of reeks of that like overpowering cherry flavor, but this one does not. This actually is kind of enjoyable. So, yeah, Gazuffa. Ooh, I just took a really heavy pull. Ooh, yeah, don't do that. Don't try and sip this one. This is meant for sipping. Ooh, yeah. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me once again here on Randy's Beer Garden. I'm keeping this one short because I'm going to be doing lots of more holiday beers in the near future. So stay tuned, and I'll see you again in the garden. Bye bye.